I want to ask also about the competing calls on oil this morning, Amrita. Citi, of course, $65, which makes sense if we have a deep global recession. On the other hand, JP Morgan is saying it could go as high as 380, which is, an eye-grabbing headline. But what Natasha Kaneva puts behind that, I think, is even more interesting. She says, this is the JP Morgan analyst, that given Moscow's robust fiscal position, they can afford to weaponize oil and just pull 5 million barrels a day off of the global market. Do you think that's realistic?
We actually don't think that's likely because so far we still see Russia acting as a rational player in the market, both for oil and for gas. It doesn't mean that energy doesn't get weaponized. I mean, particularly in the winter, more so for gas than oil. We could see that, but definitely not our base case. But I think in both cases, what I will highlight is that these are very eye-grabbing numbers precisely because, you guys are talking about it. It makes the media headlines. I would argue even in a pretty deep recession, I just don't see oil prices going below $80, maybe even not even $90 because of years of underinvestment. Look at the US at $120, $110 WTI. The Dallas Fed survey, all it talked about was labor shortages, equipment shortages, and steel costs. Nobody's actually able to raise production very much. So that's on the one side. If Russia were to actually cut 5 million barrels, but it doesn't even have to do 5, it could do just 2 or 3, given how tight the market is, you can literally pick a number. I mean, 380, it could be 4 something, it could be 2 something.
Well, Amrita, just to jump in, because we only have like 20 seconds,
never been before.
So forgive me. Could the global economy tolerate anything with a 3 handle once you get to 200,
no,
300?
Absolutely not. We would. No, absolutely not. I mean, then the only reaction has to be a very, very deep recession, and oil demand has to collapse by 5 to 8 million barrels per day to even balance this market.